Hey YouTube, Mike here. How we all doing? I hope we all are safe and healthy out there. Sorry for the 2-week lack of video, but between being very busy, taking a flop in McDonald's on a wet floor last Saturday, I was laid up for a couple of days. A storm took out my office computer and phone and printer. I had to get all that, pick up new ones, and then have a friend of ours come and transfer everything and get everything set up. But we're doing good. We're healthy. We're working our butts off, I'll tell you that. I've never been this busy. But I hope you're all safe and healthy out there. And oh, for all you fathers, and you wish your fathers a happy Father's Day tomorrow. All right, as you can see back here, I went a little Milwaukee crazy with some stuff. So, well, I'm trying to get the property squared away. I do have somebody that comes and mows and edges and stuff, but he doesn't really do such a great job. I sold all my lawn equipment, so I figured let me pick up some stuff. And this stuff, actually, a couple of things I can use, because we do have to take trees and bushes down. Like when we install new tanklesses, they have them growing in front. I tell them they can't be grown. So I picked up a couple of Milwaukee lawn stuff. First thing, and I actually had this over 2 weeks, is the chainsaw. Now again, I'm going to put all the model numbers and everything, but it's the only they make 2 chainsaws. This is the larger of the 2. I think it's 16-inch. It'll handle the 12-volt battery. It's very nice. I have not used any of these yet. I have taken them apart, I've played with them, I haven't put any chain oil in them. I have the chain oil. I do have some large branches to take down, because I actually have somebody coming today to take a look at sodding, mulching, getting all the weeds up, doing some pavers, straightening up this property. That's one thing I have not really done. I fixed the house up, but I haven't done really much outside, and I don't have green thumbs. So, the chainsaw is very nice. It has an onboard wrench right there, which is actually the same, because I bought the pole saw. It's the same as this wrench. It's to use to tighten the blade and also adjust the tension on the blade right here. So you have your blade adjustment tensioner, and then the 2 bolts that hold the actual plate on for the chain. So basically, it's 1 speed. It does have a trigger lock that will enable it, but the beauty about this is the brake system. Of course, always don't have a battery in it if you're doing anything with the chain, adjusting it, changing it, tightening it, yada yada yada. Once the battery is in, nothing until you push back the safety, and then you'll get, it's very well balanced. Like I said, I haven't used any of it yet, but we will be maybe later when my son gets up. We're going to go out. I'm going to trim. I'm waiting for the guy to come tell me what to trim down. I'll trim it with the pole saw, cut it with the chainsaw, cut the stumps out, and let him grind it out. But watch the brake. Got fast. Nothing. Release it, and that's how fast it stops. Pretty nice. Not a gas engine. Will it cut large? No, it's not going to cut large. It's going to cut small. And that's what we need. Because like I said, a lot of times we do have large shrubbery that's in front of a tankless, and we got to cut them down. We tell the people they can't be in front. It hurts it. So we'll cut it for you. I bring it with me. We cut it, and then they're going to pull the stump out, just so that we can work. And when the new tankless fires, it's not blowing onto the evergreen or the bush or whatever. So that is the chainsaw, and it comes with the blade guard on it. So my next purchase is I bought, this is their weed whacker, but they're one that you can do attachments to. So this is the actual body, and this is the, where are we? Here we go. This is the 2825-20. So this comes with the actual motor assembly, and this is tool only. So everything that I bought was tool only. So it comes with the motor attachment, and it comes with the weed eater. Now the weed eater, the guard sets on. It's the same one that you just pop it, new string comes out, and then it's got the cutter already built onto it that cuts it to a specific length. And they all lock in. Again, no battery when you're messing with it. They all lock in. You can see the red arrow. You see the white arrow. They lock in, tighten it down. Again, very well balanced. The handle goes on, and there's an arrow with a mount to handle, so you can get this balance to it. I mean, it's got a little weight to it, but I would say it's probably a little lighter than the gas motor, but that's the fast mode. Sorry. That's the slow mode. So you got a little turtle and a little rabbit. Put it back onto rabbit. Pull the battery out. Now, the next attachment, which I just picked up this morning, get some stuff out of the way. I bought the pole saw. Again, red arrow to white arrow, no battery. Lock it in, tighten up. It's a 3-star nut. Your chain oil. It's even got a hook to hook the branch. Now, I did buy the DeWalt one. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I figured, I brought it back, and I bought this attachment. So, and check the balance. This one's a little bit more front heavy because of the gearing up front there. Now remember, this is all geared, so there is an actual gearing mechanism in here. Doesn't have a motor on the end. Battery out. See it? There's a gear here. It's not electric that transfers up to a motor. All right. So I'll save this stuff in a minute because I've had a couple of requests. I most likely will be picking up another truck. I'm going to get another mechanic. 2 reasons. 1, I do need another one, and 2, I got to get this knee replaced. So I figured if I get a mechanic, put him with my son in the big truck, I'll get a smaller truck. So I've been buying, I got a lot of stuff here, hammer drills and sawzalls and stuff that I can put on. But I needed a couple of things. I picked this up today. Actually, it was on Father's Day special for $99. Okay, but it appears to be, you know, the 12-volt drill. So it comes with 1 battery, charger, and the drill. But the reason that I like this, and I keep this one in my tool bag, in my truck. And let me grab this XC battery. This is the 2504-20. It's the hammer drill. It's the drill hammer drill. But the reason that I like this drill is that it's got a 1/2 inch Jacobs chuck on it. Not a 1/4 inch chuck and not one of those quick connect chucks. The reason that I like it, and I don't think I have one here. No, I don't. I thought I did. Yes, I did. Here we go. Actually, yes, I do. All right, but this is the smaller version of it. These are uni bits, for those you know. Now, this actually happens to be a 1/4 inch uni bit, so it'll go inside of a 1/4 inch Jacobs chuck or a 1/4 inch quick connect chuck. But I use the uni bits for that are electrical that will go up to a little bit past a 1/2 inch on the bottom, which is an electrical knockout. On all of the Rinnai tankless heaters, the electrical connection, the hole that's already from the factory is Oriental or European. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't fit our 1/2 inch seal tight connector when I have to wire or put a plug on it. So I have to take that larger uni bit and drill up into the housing to make that hole like 1 step bigger. Well, not to schlep in a 1/2 inch drill or a bigger drill, and we do use the drills a lot to put the screws in, take screws out, take the doors off. So we always have one of these on the table when we're working. So I bought one of these so that I can put the uni bit in it and then ream it out and only use 1 drill. So I picked up one of these today, and like I said, it was on special for $99. I only want the drill. I used these XC batteries, so, but it was a good deal. I think I paid like $1.70 the last time I bought one, and I like these cases too. I put sockets in them and all. They're pretty cool. I like them. I don't throw anything out. I can't tell you how many charges I have sitting in my shop. So here's that. Now, I've had quite a few questions, requests, and I've sent emails back with model numbers and where to buy it. So since I had to buy one, I figured let's go over it. This is Milwaukee's, and DeWalt makes one, but I prefer the Milwaukee, and this is now the 4th one that we own. This one is going to be for my truck. This is the Uponor machine, which is, I'll get you a model number in a second here. It is the 2432-20. Now, they make them 2 ways. They sell them tool only, and they sell them in the kit. The kit comes with the machine, 2 batteries, but they're only 1.5. But I've used these 1.5s, but I'll show you why I like the bigger battery. It comes with the charger. It comes with a 1/2, 3/4, and 1 inch head, and it comes with a tube of grease. Tool only is you're only getting that. No heads. Nothing. No heads, no batteries, no charger, no grease, no nothing. So you got to buy heads. So it's $2.99 for the tool, the entire kit. So I would advise, for those of you looking to purchase one, whether it be for airlines or if it's just to have it to repair fittings in your house, or if you are a contractor and you're using it, that's what I would recommend buying because it's cheaper. A 1 inch head's like $75. So yeah, you buy the tool only and then you start buying heads, you're way above the $300. So the tool. This is there. Well, let's look at the heads first. They have really kind of retaining rings in them so they won't fall out. They're beautifully marked, and as you can see, they're marked with a blue, a green, and a red. They're marked perfectly. 1/2 inch, which is blue, 3/4, which is green, and 1 inch, which is red. The next size goes from 1 inch, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. We also have that. Then the next size goes from 1.25 inches, 2 inch to 3 inch. We don't have that yet. We haven't had any call for. So one head will automatically stay on the machine, like so, mounted in the case. Now, before you use the machine, I'm not going to go through, let me go through the battery. This is the XC battery. All right, it's a higher capacity battery. It'll last longer, give a little bit more power. These are 1.5. But the reason that I like the XC battery is they make the machine stand really nice. So when I'm actually making a fitting, and if you go back in my video, and I will do a fitting assembly on a later video, I put the fitting in my mouth, I put the machine in here like this, I put the pipe here, I start my crimp, my sweat. See, what it does is it expands it. So you just keep pushing the pipe in. So 1/2 inch is around 9 times, 3/4 is 12, 1 inch is 16. And then once I count in my head, you know, just say at 9, I'll just pull it out, take the fitting out, boom, push it in. And then it closes, boom, like that, immediate. 2 elephants can't pull it apart. So that's why I like the bigger battery. Because if I'm sitting doing it like on a bucket, I have another bucket in front of me, and then I keep this thing right in front of me. And there is like a belt loop and all. If we're doing it overhead, my son will be there, I do it, I hand him the machine quick, pull the thing out of my mouth and put it in. It is a little bit awkward, but the beauty of no dry fit. You cannot dry fit a fitting. That means you cannot put the pipe into the fitting and then forget to either glue it, sweat it, whatever. Once it goes in, it's tight, done. Tight, watertight, airtight, whatever tight. At 300 pounds. Okay, so what's very important is the grease. And the grease is friggin' messy. And I'm going to say it again. Friggin' messy. You got to keep a decent rag in the area. So, the grease is a 49082400. And it comes in this little makeup tube. You can camouflage your face if you're going out to hunt. So basically, what you're going to do is, even before, like we keep this on our truck, and we keep 2 on our truck. We keep one with 1/2 inch and one with 3/4. So we don't really have to switch out. We just bring both of them in, and then we don't have to switch it out. First thing you do, before you even start it, even when the tool is a year old, you take some grease, you put it onto that little cone. Then, and of course, the machine's going to get it, this is going to get it, everything's going to get it. You put on until it stops. There's no wrench, there's no nothing. You put it on until it stops. Then once now I'm not going to be doing this a lot because there's no grease on it. It greases, the cone will grease the inside of the swedger that expands. Now, around every 40 joints, you got to put some more grease on it. If you change now, just say you have one tool. Now I'm going to change out to 3/4. Of course, I'd be doing it with a rag because if not, and the grease, unless you really wash your hands, it don't come off. Now I'm going to switch it out to 3/4. A little bit of grease. Switch it to 3/4. It'll stop. It'll make it. Now, if it stops like that, just give it another shot until it closes. And then it'll just close right back to its starting position. And then you want to switch it out to 1 inch. Just switch it out to 1 inch. You can actually feel a jump. It'll like there's gearing in there because besides it expanding, it's rotating it. So it's making it expand equal all the way around. And whether you bought Milwaukee, you bought a DeWalt, if you bought an Uponor machine, it does all the same thing. So you can feel it click in there, and then now it's ready to go. All right, now the reason I don't leave this in here is all our tools are mounted in these Milwaukee totes. They're the small totes that have the 8 small and the 2 large bins inside of them. What I like to do, especially with the Uponor machine, is I take out these bins, which I'm going to make another one of them little totes that I made for my pipe strapping. Then I move these 2 up front. I keep them already pre-cut, just roughly. This will get inserted into here once I trim it, like that. Then I'm just going to leave that like that. Then the machine gets cut in like there, and I can leave any head I want on it. And then I cut in one head there, one head there. It's going to fall now because I should have put it up here. There we go. So let's make believe that's back there. And then the grease right there. So that's the way it'll look in here. And with it cut all the way down, the belt handle, it'll close perfectly right on top of it. So that's the way I do most of my Milwaukee tools in these totes in my truck. And if you go into my truck video, you'll see the how my totes are made. And then in here, I'll put 1/2 and 3/4 rings. I can fit 50 and 75 in each one of them. So it works out nice. And I keep these, they're like cut off just bullshit pieces that I have sitting around. I don't have to have them pretty. As long as they sit in there and I can cut them out and the machine sits in there nice. Like gentlemen. So I got a couple of these things to make. I got a couple of them sitting around. I just picked up this today because they only had one last week, so I wasn't able to get 2 of these. All right, okay. The last thing, I finally got to woodcraft. It's been like 4 months. I was looking to get. I'm actually looking to get a large planer to get rid of this little benchtop planer. I'm going to get a large planer, probably a 3-footer, 1.25 horsepower. I'll just leave it right here and move it around. I use this a lot. It's a pain in the neck to set it up on the wall table. I mean, this thing, I'll just wheel it out, and I'm looking for the Powermatic one. They had the 60-inch, but I mean, that thing's like a mini submarine. It's too big. If this garage was bigger, yeah, I'd probably have bought it, but no, I'm going to want the 36 is more than enough. And it's, I think, 8 inches wide. So, but they didn't have it. Things are just starting to open back up. All right, what I picked up is, I love marking knives. So I picked up, it's a 15mm or a 5/8 Japanese marking knife. But it's got the rough pattern. Oh, everything I have is smooth, and this has that rough pattern. I like that. I think it's pretty sexy, so I like that. And it was only like 14 bucks. It was on their discontinued table. What was it marked down? Yeah, it was like $14. It was like $27 originally. So I like it. I just like the pattern on it. I got a bunch of them, but like I said, I like it. And then I needed another one of these, it's an extra course, and it's the 9 3/4 by 2 3/4, 120 and 180 grit stone. It's 2-sided. And this is the one. I have a couple of other stones still in the Wood River boxes. Because these stones, what you do is I'm going to make a trough, line it with probably vinyl. And then you just lay your stones in there in little blocks. And then you just keep a tub of water with almost like a mop sponge. And you put it on, and then you take your chisel, and then you just take the mop sponge, put it back in, and it makes it watertight. And when you're done, you just, I mean, people have left, they leave them in the water, but I don't have the room. If I can get rid of the refrigerator, I would love to put a sharpening center there, but it's the wife's area, so I don't want to touch that. So you just dry them off, dump the water, dry off it, but I'm going to probably do it out of like shower pan vinyl. So it just makes it like a shower pan liner. And I'll just make one, you know, it's probably going to be about this long. And then of course, a wider, you know, wider than these. And then each one will sit in little blocks so they don't go moving around. And then you just take a, and I've seen this on YouTube, they have like a pot of water, and they just take a stick and they wrap like mop pads on it, and they just staple them or tie them with wire. They just dip it in. It's only a few, and then they just mop the stone with water, and that's what makes it wet. I think it's pretty cool, so I'm gonna make one. So this was my last, and it's over there, and the garage is closed. I can't get the other ones right now, but this was the last grit, 120 and 180. And you just flip them. You just in the little compartments. You just, if you want the 180, you want the 120, you just flip it, and then you flip the others. I think I have it up to like 2,000, and there's 3 of them. That's really all you need. But I'll do a video on it. I'll show you what I have. Okay. I love Woodpecker, and Woodcraft is discontinuing it. They're not going to sell them. Woodpecker's still around, but they're not going to sell them. And I've always eyed these up. These are corner markers. It's a 12-inch, and it's a 24-inch. And it's actually E-Rule 12, E-Rule 24. Again, description below. But the cool thing about it, you know, they have ones that are corner, they have little holes in it. But a lot of times, I like to just mark something. So, let's just say, and I already was playing with it. Let's just say, we'll grab a pencil. Can we see? Well, I'll zoom, I'll bring it over to you. So grab it right to the edge. Now it's 1/4 inch. They're laser engraved at 1/4 inch. So you got 1/4, half, 3/4, 1, and then 1/4, half, 3/4, 2, blah, blah, blah. But it's got the increments in there up to a 1/16. But the actual number, laser engraved, is 1/4, half, 3/4, 1, then the, you know, and the between for the 2, 3, 4, bop, 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 the 12. And then of course it just says 11, 1/4, half, 3/4, 12. So you bring it to the edge, and then you mark your 1 inch, your 2 inch, your 3 inch, your 4 inch, and so on. You get what I'm going at. Okay, and over here on this side, you again have the same thing, which is actually 3/4. So this side is 1/2 inch. This side here is 3/4. So you can get this right down on a piece of 3/4. Let me show it to you. See, you got this side here is 3/4, and that side here is 1/2 inch. And they have the same markings, again, 1/4, half, 3/4 engraved with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 11. And then now you have 5-inch increments on the board. I'm just going to leave them down here with some of my other little marking, because they do have this one. See, let's see. You have this one's here like this. See, this is a 6-inch one. You see how you can actually get a pencil into, make it just right on the edge. And then also you can do it on the face of it like this. And then you turn it, of course. See, it's 2 different ways. See, you got 1 inch that will go, so you got 1 inch that goes left to right. And then if you turn it this way, now you'll have 1 inch going left to right again. So it's not, you see, if you turn it, you got 6 inch down there. So the ruler is made to go like that. So you could do the same thing marking it here, and there's little holes, but then you can mark the exact edge. But sometimes you want this to go a little bit further in with these. So that's why you can have this, and then you just take a T-square and you make a straight line up. But since they were discontinuing it, this was $22 and this was $25. So they were like a quarter of the price off. And I don't know if you ever saw, I got a lot of the Woodpecker, a lot of the actual marking system. The rules, I got some of the bigger rulers. I got this one here that'll run up the board. See, I got actually a Woodpecker pencil, and this is the one that will run up the board like this and make a line. I didn't bring the pencil out, so. But they're nice, they work well. And this was the last of the series, and they make them up to 36 inches. I don't think I'll ever would need a 36 inch. So that was my, so that's my 2-week tool purchase. Yeah, I figured I'm 6 months, 7 months away from purchasing a truck if I decide to, which pretty much I am. So I figured let me start getting some stuff together so that when I get it, I can just load it and have it ready. All right, YouTube. Again, I hope you all have a happy Father's Day, and please wish all your fathers a happy Father's Day. If you're not a father as of yet, and remember, if your wife's expecting, you're a father. So happy Father's Day. What was I going to say? Oh, thank you very much for, see, that's what happens, and I turned 57 2 weeks ago, so I guess my age is starting on my brain. Thank you very much for all the subscribes. I'm closing in on 13,000, which again, I am flabbergasted by it. Bottom of our heart, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Keep those questions coming. I'll send you an email right back. Again, I apologize for not answering the comments. It's just been crazy busy. I try to get some stuff answered, and but I got to tell you one. I had to answer this. A guy commented to me, "How could you take anybody so seriously with all those tattoos?" That's what he commented. Now, normally, I don't get a lot of bad comments, and if I do, I delete them. I don't fight with nobody. I don't answer them. I don't say nothing. I just delete it. That's all. But this guy, tattoos, I just answered him, why? You know, why? I just thought that was funny. So, alrighty. I'll have all this info below. Oh, and pretty much with this tool, with the Uponor machine, every now and then you might get oh yeah, tool nut. They'll run a special. So you get like a $25 coupon off. So if you're looking to purchase one, wait and see. Other than that, it is, if you're going to use it in your business, it's like hitting the lottery. It's a phenomenal tool. All right? Alrighty. You all be safe out there. All be careful. And I will see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.